have not finished Resident Evil 8, you should leave.
If you
and
have come back
finished,
right now.
Yeah, if you haven't finished Resident Evil 8, go play it. It's a great game. If you have, what a great game it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
How'd you like it?
I like it a lot. We talked about it a little bit last week, so just go to last week's episode because I know you didn't listen. Did you listen?
I hope so.
Go back. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Great. We talked
about Resident Evil for 4 weeks in a row. Honestly, you can watch any of those.
Yeah, you can watch all of them.
Yeah.
So now that you've played, well, are we doing spoilercast? Going running down the whole story, or we're just highlights?
We can. Yeah, you can do highlights if you want. Yeah. We don't have to run down highlights. The whole story. Yeah, we can talk about there's a lot of things that happen. And you already talked about we've talked about like all the environment and everything so far without specifically naming what's happened, so we can.
Okay, so you want to do least favorite things first and then favorite things?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Okay, least favorite thing, I talked about it last week. Textures are shit.
On last gen.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Now that I said it, I've noticed all the bad textures that I just wasn't noticing. And I was, oh my god, it's so bad. I did notice some frame rate drops. I didn't notice them last week. But now that I'm playing it again, Heisenberg's factory with all the dead the robots moving and everything, like that shit is pretty bad in that area.
The factory?
Yeah.
I didn't really I felt like the factory was the only part of the game that was too long. I didn't hate it, but at a point I was just like I started getting lost and I didn't know where it's too long.
I think it got long when it made it apparent that it was really long when Ethan was like, another level?
Yeah.
and then he gets pushed all the way to the bottom. He was like, not again. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, if like the game developer is like knowing that this level is really long, you don't have to have your character tell us that we know. You don't have to, and pointing it out only makes it worse, honestly.
Yeah.
But the factory could have been shortened, I feel like, by a lot. It's not by a lot, but I could see. I liked the build up. I think the build up to the mech is cool.
That was a stupid boss. All right, okay. Do you think any of the bosses in this game are actually good?
I like. Yeah.
I like Lady Dimitrescu.
I like Lady.
Don't kill for Moreau.
I like Moreau.
I like stabbing a doll in the face 3 times. That was great.
Yeah, that was kind of a boss fight. I think Moreau was okay.
Moreau was just trash. His favorite character.
I didn't feel like it had bad boss fights. I feel like it had
better boss fights than Control.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's kind of not a really low bar to set.
Yeah, true.
My favorite. Okay, what was your favorite villain actually?
Lady D.
It was Lady D.
I like Heisenberg. I just don't like his voice very much.
He has his voice acting is kind of he's like trying to be like cool or like very like aloof or something, but it's kind of I didn't really care for it that much.
I think Heisenberg and Dimitrescu are pretty like bar for bar, like, right, you know.
I feel like we spent a lot of time with Lady D as well.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time with those two characters the most. That's why they're up so high.
Yeah.
Moreau's just a fucking whiner.
Yeah, Moreau I didn't really care for. Moreau.
And then Donna is okay. I mean we rarely get time with Donna. We just get time with the doll as Donna.
Yeah. How did you feel about the
baby?
The Beneviento house as a whole? Not just the baby, but as an experience as a whole.
I feel like it could be scarier. I feel like
it could be scarier. That's the first time I've heard that from anyone.
Honestly, I wasn't that scared in the house.
That's probably like, I did kind of spoil you. You've been spoiling the baby.
I mean, yes, times, so. But not really. But like there was. I got scared by shit that wasn't scary.
Oh, what?
And not scared by shit that was supposed to be scary. I got scared. Okay, you know when you go in Lady D's house and you fall all the way down, and it's like where all the blood is.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Oh yeah, in the dungeon.
Yeah. I turned my camera and then looked to the left, and then there was just the bodies be hanging from the roof.
Oh yeah.
That shit scared me. Like I jumped. Like one of the fucking zombie creatures, I don't know, came up from out of the water. That scared me, or the blood. That scared me. I don't know. I didn't really get scared a lot in this game, and I didn't die.
It's a less scary game than Resident Evil 7, with Beneviento House being the scariest place. I feel like,
for sure.
But what were you saying?
I think the only thing that was scary was just the sheer numbers of enemies, either the sheer numbers or the size of the enemies you were fighting.
Yeah.
That shit was daunting. That shit was scary. I'm not gonna front on that line.
Yeah, but it definitely is a more action focused thing, and with more people in front of you, you just I feel like the fear comes from knowing you have to use all these fucking bullets, and if you're gonna survive this encounter.
Do you think? I think Ethan moves too fucking slow.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see someone thinking he moves really slow, but maybe that's intentional for the feel of a lot of the levels.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I feel like I get out of the range of an attack, and then I get hit by the attack. And other times I move the same amount of speed in the same distance, and it misses. So I'm like, I don't know how to gauge my speed.
Yeah.
But even with all the upgrades, I feel like there's no real big difference in speed. Did you notice it?
I did. Different? Have you done the meals with
Yeah.
I haven't done any of those.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't. Because they're more. I feel like they're more meant for New Game Plus or something like that, and I don't feel like you could hunt for stuff to get the materials, but you'd have to go and actually find where they are, and I just haven't done that.
Yeah, see, the problem is, by the way, guys, I'm on my second playthrough. I'm playing on Village of Shadows, which is the hardest difficulty. And the only reason I've gotten to the Heisenberg fight, which I was playing before we started recording, is because I have infinite ammo on both the grenade launcher and the Wolfsbane Magnum. Other than that, I don't think I would have been able to survive. No, I probably would have been able to survive with the upgraded guns in general, but you get a lot of money in Village of Shadows. You get a lot of money from killing enemies.
That's good.
Yeah, you get a lot. Some bags will have 14,000 in-game.
Oh my god!
I think I found one for 41,000. I'm not lying. I don't know where the fuck I found that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a lot more.
And then, yeah, but you get a lot of money from enemies and shit. So you can buy ammo, although it's expensive. Shit, the Duke sells he has in stock in Village of Shadows 99 health vials, but they go up in price every purchase. So I think the first vial was 100. I mean, not 100, 10,000. The second one was 20,000, and I haven't bought a third one from him, but it's 30,000. So I think it just goes up in price over time.
That's crazy. He has 99 and it just keeps going up.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking money.
It's ridiculous.
He's asking for a lot. What a weird salesman.
Yeah. But we gotta get into that.
Shit, inflation goes up in real time.
Fuck. So, did you mention what you didn't like?
There's not a lot that I didn't like. The only thing I don't feel like I didn't like. I think it's something that I somewhat agreed with you on the last time you. Not being able to go back into areas after you completed them. That's the only thing that doesn't really make sense to me, because you can kind of do that in 2 other games. Yeah. You can't do that in 5, obviously, or 6. But
yeah, that makes
it seems like something that because you've been able to in other games.
Yeah.
So it's weird, yeah. But that's the only thing.
What was I about to say? Oh, what the fuck?
But I I'm surprised to hear that you didn't really have that much of an issue with
Oh yeah. That's what I was
Benedetto
about to
house.
say. No, what? I mean, it's okay.
Because it's the scariest part of the game. I feel like
I really didn't get scared. I don't know why. I mean, like I knew
you was throwing a party in the house. You had like 7 people in the room.
I mean,
they was all talking.
I was cautious. Don't get me wrong,
okay.
but I wasn't like scared. Like I wasn't like
okay.
You know.
Have you played 7?
No, I've watched people play it.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna play 7.
7 is really scary. 7 is like on a different level. 7 is like just consistently all throughout the game, from the beginning to the end. Yeah, well, not to the end, but to the I guess the section where that Resident Evil likes to do, where they make it like the ship part in Resident Evil 7. It's scary until then, but.
Did you like playing as Chris?
Chris actually felt cooler than Ethan to play because he had cooler weapons. I was really jealous of the weapons he had.
So much fucking ammo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I felt like a completely different man when I was. Well, you were.
I think that's important. I don't like how Chris didn't tell you the fucking plan. That made no sense.
Okay, so I don't understand. Chris should have told Ethan maybe. Well, he knew he would get involved anyway.
Before the game started.
Yeah, he knew he would get involved anyway. So, telling him or not, he was going to get involved. So you might as well tell him.
Yeah. I don't know why that made no sense. Like, you're a civilian. Chris saying that to. I mean, I don't know if he says that specifically. But
you're a civilian.
The nigga took down the Bakers, bruh.
Yeah, by himself. Yeah, he did that.
Why the fuck is he not supported?
He got military training between 7 and 8 as well.
Yeah, he literally says that in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so
what the fuck are you talking about, Chris? and then when you're playing as Chris, they acknowledge that. He was like, you should have told him. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
no shit. No shit.
Probably could have helped. Yeah, dude that killed the Bakers. Yeah.
All 5 of them? Is it 5? It's 4.
I think it's mom, dad, son, Evelyn. 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Okay. How did you feel about the game?
Ethan being the mold man.
Yeah, retroactively explaining because you did have a question about why he
he got his arm cut off.
Yeah, why his like shit just reattaches so easily. Yeah.
It makes sense now.
It makes sense now, and it's just been unexplained until now. And retroactively, it also made a ton more sense because at the point he mentioned in Resident Evil 7, he doesn't. You don't use the healing thing until after that. Well, you do, but you don't like reattach your limbs or anything like that until after that.
No. Okay, maybe I misunderstood how you're saying it, but he gets his arm cut off.
He gets his arm cut off in the beginning, but he just carries it around.
No.
In the beginning of Resident Evil 7?
Doesn't he staple that shit back on?
No, it's stapled back. It's sewn back on after he encounters Jack Baker. Because Jack Baker knocks him out, and then he reattaches his arm, and that's when he has like that's when he actually kills him, because he kills him there. When
he stomps on his face?
No, he kills him, I guess, off screen. Why am I blue?
I have no clue.
He kills him off screen, I guess, while he's knocked out, and then reattaches his limbs. Because, yeah, he does have, like, you can see, like, his arm is sewn back on after that point. But until then, he's just carrying his arm.
I could have sworn he staples his arm back on.
He holds his stub up against the camera for a long ass time, and then he pours the first aid on top of it, but he doesn't put it back on.
Bro, I swear you can staple your arm back on, bro.
That's not. I can tell you for a fact because my girlfriend started Resident Evil 7 and she's past that point. But yeah, I think it made a lot of sense, actually. I actually really liked because it Resident Evil 7, a lot of the events of it were like weird, were just weird and unexplained until now. So Resident Evil 8 explaining the events of 8 and retroactively explaining the events of 7 was really cool. and they also made sense. I thought they were really cool. Pretty good. I like the you like the retroactive explaining?
This nigga Ethan face is disgusting. Oh my god. I do not remember his face. Ew. This nigga face is disgusting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He doesn't staple it back. I see.
Yeah. He just carries it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I wish Ethan didn't die, but I mean, obviously, you're killing the hive mind of the mold. It makes sense that he's gonna die.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it at that point because at that point he'd been retroactively dead for years. And continuing to live life, which is crazy to me. But
he's just shooting mold semen.
How did you feel about the explanation that Mother Miranda was the? What did you say? How did you feel that Mother Miranda was the Mia in the beginning? And that being the reason that Chris came into your house and shot your wife in front of you.
Still could have told him.
He still could have told him. Yeah, he still. I feel like
the entire game could have been not had. But I mean,
not
that's
necessarily because Ethan would have been better prepared if Chris had actually told him.
Yeah, and not got 2 of his fingers bit off within the first 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. I think it may be Japan. There's censorship on when he gets his fingers bit off. So when the lichen bites him, it turns really bloody, but he still has his fingers in that version of the game. So in that version of the game, he still just has his whole hand, which nuts.
One is canon?
I guess this version. I think.
I mean, he dies either way, right?
Yeah, he's dead either way, so it doesn't really matter.
Have you noticed the similarities between Res 4 and Res 8 yet?
Absolutely. I've just started Resident Evil 4, and immediately, as soon as I got into the village, it looks exactly like...
The first village, right?
It looks exactly like the village from Resident Evil 8. It's
first
nuts.
Village, you're inside a cabin, and you got to defend the cabin.
Yeah. It's
great. I love it. There's a bunch more.
It's really cool.
You'll catch.
I think I'll appreciate it even more the more I get into Resident Evil 4, the like throwback to Resident Evil 4.
Did you? I mean, now that you play 5 and you punched a boulder, did you notice the Heisenberg line when you were fighting Heisenberg?
Oh, what did he say? I think I played that. I played 5 after I heard that line, probably. So
yeah. When Chris blows up the actual factory, he says that boulder punching asshole.
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah. Okay. So the first time I heard that, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have context for that now.
There's also the first time you meet the Duke, he says, "What are you buying?"
Oh yeah, that's a reference to the merchant. Yeah, that's sick. Mm-hmm. I really like the little throwbacks they did because they don't usually do that. They don't usually do that in these games, which is really cool.
Who do you think the Duke is?
Like
or what
in the lore? I wonder.
I think the Duke is just the Duke, but I remember when Ethan asked, when he's like really about to hit death's door, right before he fights Miranda.
Yeah.
He asks who the Duke is, and the Duke doesn't even know. I wonder if there's a reason for that.
There must be. I wonder.
I don't know.
Because who knows? He could appear in another game. Because there's a lot of crossover, and I enjoy that. Because like, I really think it's really cool how they added this part into the rest of the lore. Like as the like Mother Miranda being one of the I believe like this being like the where Umbrella really came from, kind of.
Yeah.
It's really really cool. It's really interesting too because it adds like another layer of what you're looking at. It adds another layer to everything, really.
I remember the first time seeing the Umbrella logo in that fucking architecture. I was like, bro, why is Umbrella the fucking start of everything?
Everywhere.
Umbrella! I hate it! Umbrella's the worst. But after you read the notes right before you save Mia, it really expounds on what really happened.
There's a lot of it expounds on basically everything about the lore. It's really
why
cool.
He went to Africa.
Why Chris went to Africa. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like how they wrap everything up so nicely.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like the culmination of. Like this feels like an end point for like an era of Resident Evil games.
And I think that's very true. How the way they ended the game as well.
Yeah.
With Rose.
Yeah.
Bro, she better have superpowers.
It would be. I wonder what's. Because I feel like she's definitely going to be the centerpiece of a future Resident Evil game. So I wonder what she's going to do. Because she was just. It's weird that she was just goo in some jars. And like how I don't know how they put her back together. But I wonder how that affected her physiologically. I fucked that word completely up. I kept mixing physically with shit. But yeah, I wonder.
That means she's mold in some way, right? Half human, half mold.
You had a half human, half mold baby. Half demon, half mold baby. Because Mother Miranda is probably. I don't think Mother Miranda is like a full human.
But I don't think Mother Miranda actually had the child.
The child didn't exist in 7.
No, what I'm saying is the baby is Ethan and Mia's.
Okay. Wait, is it? Because I wasn't sure about that.
I think it's Ethan and Mia's, and Lady Miranda just
she came in after the baby was born.
Because it wouldn't make sense. Mia wouldn't even know the baby's born.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So it's Ethan and Mia's baby, but she just
because in my head, Mother Miranda had the baby, and I was like, yo, what?
That would be weird. That would Chris would have just gave me a random baby.
Yeah.
That's
and
funny.
If that were the case, Chris probably would have just shot the baby or something.
Yeah, he would not have cared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you notice at the end of the very, very end where Rose gets picked up in a car, that the car just stops and there's just a guy walking up to the car?
Yeah, I've seen speculation about that.
What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, I've seen people saying, like, is that Ethan? And shit like that, even though he's dead.
That wouldn't make sense at all.
Wouldn't really make sense at all. But I wonder. I
mean, it's Resident Evil. It could go anywhere.
It could, but yeah, it would be weird. Yeah. But I wonder where like the series will go next. Like, because this is their first person. Ethan was their first person guy. They haven't done a first person game with anyone else, and with him dead, will Rose be the next like protagonist? Will she be the centerpiece of the story in some way? Like, will you even get to play as her? I'm not really sure.
We don't even get a timeline. Like, we don't even know how long it's been.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a while too, because she's like a fully grown adult.
But like, she's mold, so can she just age really fast?
I wonder. I don't know. The concept of Ethan being a mold person and also having a child is weird to me because
mold sperm.
Mold sperm, exactly. Where does it come from? I
love how he just never questions it either.
Yeah, he never really
just can reattach arms, even though everyone knows that's just not how arms work.
Yeah, the first time he ever does it, he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he just continues to do it. He just continues doing it. I really, really, really like this game though. It's it's definitely on. Not a lot of things have come out this year, but it's definitely high on the list of games of the year.
Games of the year?
Yeah, it's better than Returnal. It's
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I think it may be it's placeholder. I'm putting it placeholder top of the games of the year list for right now.
That's gonna be like number 10.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe
it's gonna be an honorable mention, if anything.
I think it'll. I feel like it's stronger than like
an honorable.
Yeah, I feel like it's as a game. There's not a lot wrong with it, and it came out, didn't have a lot of bugs, didn't have a lot of controversy around it. People just really enjoyed it. So I feel like it'll be one of those games that's remembered very fondly, especially for when it came out, because a lot of games coming out now just get scrutinized to hell, and it's crazy.
Did they add the save function yet?
To Returnal?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I haven't returned to that. I haven't returned to that game. I beat it and I haven't played it again yet. I might if they. No, I don't think I will. This is not really a lot of reason to. Yeah. You have any other thoughts?
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Gameplay wise, how did you? Do you like the gameplay?
Yeah.
Because this is your first person one, right?
Yeah, I just don't like that Ethan moves slow. That's my only takeaway. Like, but yeah.
Don't they all kind of move slow though?
Yeah, but playing this game on Village of Shadows really makes you notice how slow you move.
Yeah, I can see that.
You get hit once, you're red.
Yeah. Yeah, that
means
sounds
you're
pretty
really
miserable.
close to dying.
That sounds miserable. I don't know if I'm ever going to play it on Village of Shadows.
Man, bro, this Heisenberg fight is a bitch and a half, bro.
It seems like it.
Worst.
But
I could give you a little perspective on the Village of Shadows differences.
Oh yeah, like what?
Because there are, bro. Okay, so you know when after you defeat Lady D and you get back to the village, and it's the first time you meet like the large gorilla zombie with the claws and shit.
Yeah.
There's two of those.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's two of them. Oh shit. Okay, that's kind of nuts. Two. I don't like that.
I don't remember. There's nothing different in Benevito's house. The fucking gigantic nigga with the axe is just extremely.
I bet he has a lot of health.
Way too much health.
It seems like it. Yeah, he had a lot of health just by default. So on Village of Shadows, man,
it took me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
That's annoying.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
Let me see.
Who was your least favorite boss? Was it Moreau?
Yeah, by far.
Really? How bad was your experience with him?
I didn't start dying till I got to that area. Actually, that was my first death on regular difficulty. I didn't die, literally till that little puzzle area, which isn't a puzzle area with the switches, and it raised those little things and they start shaking.
Yeah,
I died like 4 times in that area.
There was a point where I was looking for what to do because the game wasn't moving. The game wasn't really progressing. And I had to wait for him to knock down something, and then I was able to progress. And I don't know, like I walked into the area that I had kept where I was supposed to progress anyway, and nothing happened. So I just kept looking around. So I don't really know what that was about. But he is not the best boss fight. Yeah, he's
the worst.
He's probably.
I just hate crybabies in games.
Like him as a person.
Yeah,
you didn't like him as a person.
The nigga, I mean, when you read his file, he's like, he's just cognitive function surprisingly low. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Mother Miranda, shut up, nigga. Goddamn.
You know what would really annoyed me when you first ran into him is Ethan picking up the thing and then
I'll be taking this. Face ass.
Yeah, why would you even say that? Why wouldn't you just leave? He doesn't know you're there. That was something that just didn't make sense to me at all. Yeah.
Ethan talked too much.
Ethan does talk too much. Like why he picked up the thing.
Damn it. Why does this keep happening to me?
And he slams his bit off hand into the
you thought about that too? Yeah. I was like, did your hand just not hurt at all no more? Nigga just slam. Oh, it's because
he's mold.
In the Japanese version.
Oh, right. He has his whole hand. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, damn, nigga, you just got too.
Even still, I feel like that shit was still hurt.
That shit raw as hell.
Yeah. As deep a bite as they took.
Man. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I'm lying. In Heisenberg's facility, bro, you get bombarded by them robot niggas.
Oh yeah, like the drill dudes and the shit like that. Yeah, I hated that area. That area is just the. I kept running, like I was lost running between those dudes. I was trying to figure out where I was going, and I kept running
you didn't
between.
Kill him?
I did kill him because at a point I just had to. But I didn't really have a lot of ammo, so I was trying to conserve it. But I was running back and forth trying to
what was you doing?
Well, I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do.
No, I'm talking about throughout the story. You just didn't have.
I had ammo at certain points, but at other points the game just didn't really give you a lot of ammo.
That's true.
Like at the point I was in the factory when I was I think it was like I think it was before you got to the elevator, but I was lost for a minute. Mm-hmm. I was lost and traveling between these like stairwells and shit and running into these dudes constantly, and it was just they just throw like so many of those dudes at you in that area. That area is definitely the worst part of the game.
Oh, when you first walk into the actual room with the molds, you know how you have to make you have to get the molds for the shit.
Oh yeah.
And then they make it for you. Literally, there's a full armored out nigga in that room first time you walk in.
Yeah. I don't think I even noticed him there the first time I walked in there, but I walked in there later and he was there, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, but he's like, you walk in and he's like powered down.
Oh.
And I'm walking around the room and I'm just picking up shit, and then I was like, "Oh my god!" It scared me a little bit
because he just
I backed up. No, he doesn't move until you interact with him.
Really?
So I just lit him up with my infinite magnum, and then he died. But like full kitted out, like final area version of that, it's just there.
Yeah.
And then
because he was just there when I walked into the room one time. He was just standing there.
Really?
Yeah, he was just fucking standing there waiting for me.
Oh yeah, in base level game, but immediately when you walk into that room, first time ever.
Okay.
And then there's another area where another full kitted out one just pops up out of nowhere. That one was ridiculous.
I hated. Yeah, I don't like those enemies. They
suck.
They take too much ammo, and they
take too much ammo, and they require too much accuracy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Especially in a game you move so fucking slow.
Yeah, I didn't like the factory. Not the greatest part of the game. The enemies weren't great. The Heisenberg boss fight, not the greatest, but
yeah.
Lady,
none of the enemies were really that great.
Yeah, I feel like Resident Evil enemies just are baseline. Well, I'm going off the Resident Evil baseline enemies because a lot of them are just zombies, but a lot of them are more advanced.
Just random shit.
Yeah, just random shit for the most part, like wolves, lichens. How did you when you walked into Moreau's area and saw that wolf, the wolf that attacked you, how'd you feel?
What part?
It was after the Beneviento house. You walk directly into Moreau's area, and dude just attacks you out of the grass.
Oh, yeah. That shit was crazy, right? I'm like, damn, nigga, you keep getting your ass kicked, bro. Fuck.
As soon as he walked into that area, that was hilarious.
Bro, you get fucked up immediately. I'm like, bro, you about to lose your whole hand this time. God damn it. Yeah, and then, yeah. It was cool. I mean, you don't have the wolfsbane at that point, do you?
No, that's why. Yeah, you have to hide.
It's a little difficult. Yeah,
you have to hide from that dude. Yeah,
it's a little difficult for sure.
Okay, how'd you feel? Like, how do you feel about the game overall? How would you feel about like rating it? And what would you say about it as a summary, in a synopsis, and as a product?
Buy it as a product. It's about a 8 out of 10 game for me, at least.
I really liked it. Yeah, I feel like I would say maybe
I don't think there's ever
you had
been
a
10 game.
worse experience than I did, so I would say 9 out of 10. You had a worse experience because you.
How did I have a worse experience?
Well, you had frame rate drops and like bad texture.
But not really. But like it's just. I mean, it's a 9 out of 10. I could give it a 9.
Okay. Because I could give it a 9. It's a 9 for me because I didn't really dislike very many things at all. And it's also a very concise game. Like, it's not.
I don't dislike many parts of the. I mean, story wise, the only thing I don't like is Chris not telling them shit. Gameplay wise, I just think he moves too slow, and you can't go back to previous areas. And I didn't really have a problem with the frame rate. It's just I noticed the frame rate in that area. And it wasn't actually in fights. It was just like when you come up from like the second level.
Yeah.
Because you walk into the first level, you go up to the second level, and the third level, when you're leaving the second level, going to the third level, when you see Moreau's room and you have to go make the key mold.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I started.
Yeah.
But I never had frame rate issues in an actual fight against anything.
Okay, that's good.
And
that's
the
good
textures are shit, yeah. But, I mean, that's just how old games work. But, yeah, I can give it a 9.
Yeah. I feel like it's just a really, really good, concise, good 12-hour, quick, very well put together, very well paced, very well. Gameplay is great. It's a really good game.
We didn't talk about Miranda at all.
Mother Miranda?
Yeah, how did you feel about our fight? It was okay, right?
It was okay. It wasn't the best in the game, I don't feel like, but I liked
Lady
her.
B is probably highlighted the game, probably, huh?
Yeah, probably. That's probably why they showed her off so much, because you spend the most time with her, and she's probably the most exciting.
Yeah.
But
scariest part too.
It was the scariest for you?
Yeah. Okay. When you get off that elevator coming from the roof.
Yeah.
And she comes out the room.
Oh.
And you get back on the elevator. And you trying to tap the button to go back up. Yeah. That shit.
I did the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody did. But yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's a very good game.
Yep.
I give it a 9 out of 10. Definitely would recommend it because it's one of the best games to come out this year, and it's on everything. So you might as well get it if you can.
Play it on PSP. It's great.
Play it on the PlayStation Vita. Play it on the PSP. Play it on the Game Boy Advance. Out on all 3 of those. And tell them where they can find you.
Instagram, Civilian, SIV.ILIAN. Twitter, Ryan with a gap. Don't at me on there because it won't. You sent me something on there one time, and it took me like a month to read it.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't check Twitter. I forget it exists.
You probably live a better life because of that.
Yes, I do. Bandcamp, Civilian, if you want to listen to some of the beats. Yeah, I think that's it.
Those are the beats of someone that graduated college.
Yeah, we out here. I've been practicing piano again. It feels great.
Oh, that's dope.
I didn't have a lot.
That's good.
I had to relearn how to make music, bruh.
That's crazy. Yo, from
so
after
long.
that education, you probably gonna I wonder what you'll be able to make with I
didn't learn shit
with your fully realized version of yourself.
I'm probably gonna actually practice Photoshop after we end because I need to get my Photoshop skills back up as well as Illustrator and all that bullshit.
That'd be really cool. That's dope. But you can find.
Where can they find you? Shut up. Where can they find you?
I stopped talking. I stopped and then you yelled, "Shut up." You can find me at Uncolored P on Twitter right here.
Yep.
This is the website that I have the worst time on. On Instagram right here, Uncolored Page.
Why do you have Twitter?
You said what?
Why do you have Twitter?
It keeps me up to date on what's going on in the world and in games industry stuff. Basically, I other than that, I don't really care for it.
True.
Instagram Uncolored Page right here. That website is horrible as well, but I am there.
Yeah.
God damn. I feel like the people on every time I read Instagram comments, it's like just the dumbest people in the goddamn world.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's why I don't like social media. It's like no actual thought, random tweet spill of mind.
Yeah.
It's just it goes from here to fingers with no realization what the fuck you just wrote.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, people just say
I don't give a fuck about what you was drinking right now.
Shit, people just say shit that it takes like 3 seconds for you to think of something like smarter than that.
Yeah.
Like why would you say that?
Jesus Christ. Where can they watch you at, bitch?
Oh, you can watch me at on stream. I stream weekly. On the For All Nerds Twitch, twitch.tv/4allnerds and the YouTube channel.
You better go and watch it.
And on their Twitter, 4allnerds, and basically everything 4allnerds. If you are interested in seeing any of that, I'm streaming Wednesdays or Fridays each week, and it's usually a very good time. So you can come by and watch me.
Join the fun.
There's a lot of games coming out, so you might as well.
What have you been playing lately?
Well, Resident Evil Village mostly, but as more games come out, I'm definitely gonna get into Guilty Gear, Ratchet and Clank, Ninja Gaiden maybe.
Oh man, I'm hot. Y'all get a fucking Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the game looks really good. That game looks really good.
I love the Ratchet and Clank games, except for Dreadlocked.
Deadlocked?
Is it Deadlocked? Deadlocked, that one.
Okay.
And then the Clank games I didn't play, but
the Clank PSP games.
Yeah, I didn't play that.
Okay.
Up Your Arsenal was great. Yeah. Bye, everybody. We out of here.
Yeah.
Watch us next week as we talk about whatever Nigel comes up with to talk.
Yeah.
I don't contribute nothing but my voice.
See you guys next week.
Love y'all.